So yeah, hello, good evening, everyone. I hope all are doing good. Mm, is my voice clear, right? Are everybody able to hear me clear? Can you confirm me that? Yeah, I'll share my screen. So yeah, today's session is on programming basics, data types, and code for checked it. It's like you already know all the stuff. We'll just see it. What we have learned in JavaScript, the same thing's gonna come here. So nothing more, nothing different. But Java, there will be a small difference between Java and JavaScript. We'll go through that. Let me open. So I hope that you have started your Java preparation because Java should be your secondary language. Let me bring up the material with Brave. So are you able to see my screen now? The material. Yeah, that's great then. So yeah, let us start. This class is going to be very easy for all of you because I know your batch. You all are very smart people. And in JavaScript, whatever we learned for the programming basics, the same thing we're gonna repeat here. But there is a small difference between your JavaScript and your Java. We're gonna see the difference. And yeah, so today's agenda, we're gonna see what is programming and why programming, where you have become already masters in it, and then you will be seeing programming use cases where you will be using your programming in daily lives. We'll be seeing how to write a pseudocode. Maybe this is a new thing for some of you. In JavaScript, I don't think so. We have covered pseudocode, but in Java, we will be having something called pseudocode. I think we have covered it. I don't remember it in JavaScript. I have covered it or not. So the next thing is we'll be seeing what are the different types of programming languages that are available for programming, and at the end, I'll talk about Java, why you need to learn Java, why you need to keep your Java as your secondary language, and how to set up your computer for using Java programming. So, are we all clear with the agenda today? Like what we're gonna learn for this 2 hour class? Or if you have any doubts regarding the agenda and if you have any doubts regarding what we're gonna learn, you can ask. No doubts, right? So then moving forward, uh, I don't need to talk about this also, but what is programming and why programming? We all know what is programming. Programming is nothing but the interaction between we humans and the computers. That's all. That's the nothing but programming. The language that we use to communicate between we and the computers is your programming. By using programming, you can solve a lot of world problems, like you can solve climate change, you can solve world hunger, because by programming you can calculate the when there will be seeds growing and all, and you can solve many problems of the world. So some of the giant tech companies are Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, and whatnot. We have a lot of them using your programming nowadays. So all of the students are nowadays focused on your computer science stream. But let me tell you one thing, which usually students ask me in the chat and they ask me doubts kind of thing. So computer science is not the only thing that can make you a programmer. Actually, degree is not at all needed to become a programmer. Maybe some companies require a degree to give you a job, but some of the product based companies and some of the high based companies like your Tesla and all, they don't care about your degree. Maybe if you are from a civil background, or if you are from a master's background, or if you are a lawyer, in the worst case, you can all become programmers. There is nothing stopping you, so there is no need of a computer science degree. But because of that programming, computer science has boomed nowadays, because everyone wanted to join computer science. After that, a software job, yeah, life is set. So that's what the thinking. But you do whatever, whichever thing you like, and if you want to convert to a programming job, it is easy. You do not need a degree for that. So Lyman has stated that is a guy called Layman. He has stated that programming is a way to instruct the computer to perform various tasks. This is the exact terminology that we follow in computer science degree. But you need to follow the same thing. You can just say a language between us and the computer. Anything would be fine. So this is the same thing. You already know examples of programming: adding two numbers, rounding off a number, reversing a string. if else conditions, for loops, all you already know. These all are possible using your programming. Like how humans just we speak in English, Spanish, Mandarin, French, and all. We use Java, C++, Python, JavaScript, Ruby, C sharp, and all for your language as your human and computer interactions. There are many programming languages, and every programming language has its own pros and cons. Always remember this. It's not like only JavaScript is better, only Java is better, nothing like that. For example, if you're talking about speed, then no programming language can beat C++. No programming language can beat C++ because C++ is the fastest programming language out there. And if you're talking about data manipulations, no programming language can beat Python. Python is the best programming language for handling the data. And if you're talking about cross platform, or if you're talking about web technologies, then nothing can beat JavaScript. Like that, in each and every field, you have one of the programming language that is the best. For example, if you're talking about standalone application, or if you're talking about software applications, that kind of scenarios, then Java will come for you. Uh, so yeah, again the same thing. We'll be performing various tasks using your programming, like adding two numbers, rounding of a number. Again the same thing, different things that are possible. Calculating simple interest, give principal, rate, and time. Jason ask, sir, what is cross browsing? Ganesh, cross browsing is nothing but, for example, if you take this AlmaBetter, if you take this our AlmaBetter website, or if you take this AirMeet website where we all are connecting, I can open the same website in Google Chrome. I can open the same website in Brave browser. I can open the same website in my mobile phone. I can open the same website in my smart TV. I can open it from anywhere. The website can be opened from any browser. That is cross browsing. Cross browsing in the sense, one website that can be opened in any browser you take. That is cross browsing. For gaming, C++ is used mostly. Yes, yes, yes. For gaming means C++. And C sharp also. They use C sharp. Anmol. Hey, hello, Anmol. Yeah, C sharp. And for if you're going to gaming for Androids, then Kotlin and Java. Yeah, C++ is the fastest. Even the Python language that you write, Python will be converted to C++, and then it will be compiled inside your computer. Difference between interpreted and compiled. Interpreted in the sense it goes line by line, means your programming language goes line by line. It will read line by line. First line execute, then second line executes, third line executes. Compilation is where your complete file will be read at a time in a single point of second. Your complete file will be read, whereas interpreted it will go line by line. There is a small second gap, that's all. So yeah, that's it. Any more doubts? Mm. Uh, how much Java we will be taught? Actually, I have not seen. I'll be honest with you. I have not seen the complete content of Java. They said me like now we're going to start with Java, and from the starting, I was saying all of you that Java should be a secondary language. So I was excited, but I have not completely checked till which extent you will be learning it. I'll be checking that today. Maybe in the next class, I'll be telling you the complete course structure. It like we can put it in our resume. Yeah, you can put it in your resume, Anmal. You can put that your Java. You can put it now. And in hacker rank, after the session I'll give you, at the end of the session I'll give you, in hacker rank there is something called Java thing. You can do that questions, and you will be earning some badge. You can also share that badge in the LinkedIn, and also you will be earning a certificate. That certificate also you can share it in LinkedIn. Why you are teaching Java? Why do we need this? Why do we need this part? I'll be covering, but the Java, like we all learn JavaScript, right? You have all learned JavaScript now, but the problem is you should at least have two programming languages in your resume, in your life also, not only for showing purposes. You should know at least two programming languages when you get into a company, because in the worst case scenario, I'm talking about the worst case scenario. if you learn javascript and in the worst case scenario something happens, maybe something happens or a coding exam, in the coding exam they have not given you javascript, they have not given you the option of writing code in javascript, then in that worst case scenario what you will be doing, you'll be stuck there. So you should always have a backup language, your secondary language, as your any programming language you can keep. I suggested Java because Java has highest base in even in India and even in US and in many other countries. So if you learn Java you can survive anywhere. That is what I thought. We had a meeting and I suggested Java because with the Java also you will be having Spring Boot framework, and they even there you can develop front end and back end applications. Even many companies like Cognizant, HCL, Mahindra Tech, Infosys all use Java. They don't use JavaScript because they are a bit outdated companies. They are not updating the technologies. They are using Java and Spring Boot. So that is the reason we are learning Java for your secondary language. We're learning Java only for DSA, not only for DSA. This is the reason. The thing which I've told till now, that is the reason. To keep Java as your secondary language, you will be learning Java. In the worst case scenario, in some companies does not provide you JavaScript as an option to write your coding exam. At that kind of scenario, you will be using your Java. Is Java similar to JavaScript? Theoretical wise, yes. Means the concepts that you have learned in JavaScript will be applied to Java. Means in JavaScript you have applied conditional statements, for loops, while loops. Those all can be applied in your Java, but the syntax will be a bit different. The rest of the things are same. The concepts are same. That's when from the starting I was telling learn concepts better, because if you learned concepts better at that time, it's just syntax different. That's all. Rest of the concepts will be same. Whatever you learned in JavaScript, the same will be applied to Java. The syntax will be different. Uh, my friend is Java backend engineering. His package is 50 lakhs per annum. Yeah, it is possible. Java is not a small thing. It is a bit older one, but it is not a small thing. It has high demand in US also. US there are number of jobs which they give you for if you know Java. Rust and Ruby, did they have a potential? No, Jason, not that much. Only some companies use Rust and Ruby. Many companies don't use that. They are not actually traditional programming languages, so mostly people won't look at them. But yeah, if you know that, then you have a kind of demand in the market for only for you. How long it will take to learn this? Java is a bit easier if you already learn the concept. So I think it takes approximately 1 month, maybe. Sir, I guess one should master and focus only one language rather than learn multiple language. No, Pushkar. Even I tried that, but in some scenarios, you will get a you'll get a situation where you need to use other language. I really faced it. Like if you, I went to some of the companies for interviews, and in the coding exam they have not given me JavaScript. The only options that we have are C, Java, C Sharp, and Python. I think so. There was no option for JavaScript, and literally, I was just sitting there for 1.5 hours. I just sat there without doing anything. At that time, I understood why it is needed to learn a secondary language. It's just a backup. It's just a backup. You will not be focusing more on Java. It's just a backup for you. We should have been taught Rust if it was for three prospector as it contains so many blockchain concepts. That will be in advanced thing and it comes in your future maybe. But present Java, because not everyone can pick up Rust as simple as Java. Will we use Java to build backend services? We can build backend services using Java using your Spring Boot framework, but I have not seen the complete course structure. I have to once look at that to answer this. If I said yes now and if it is not there, I'll feel guilty about it. So once I'll check the course structure, then I'll come back and I'll tell you that. Sir, coding exams are of DSA. Some ask for data structures. Some companies they look for people who know data structures, and yeah, many companies provide you with JavaScript, but only few companies I'm talking. For example, HCL. When I was writing my coding exam for HCL, they didn't provided me JavaScript language for writing my code. They only gave me Java, C, and Python. Yeah, coding exams they will ask you DSA. Some of the DSA. Maybe they'll ask you arrays or trees, hash maps. These three are famous interview questions. So both front end and back end can be done by Spring Boot? No, no, no. Only back end can be done by Spring Boot. For your front end, you need something like Angular. Angular goes good with your Spring Boot more than your React JS. Your Angular integrates better with your Spring Boot. React also integrates, but traditionally, when I've seen in other companies, whenever they use Spring Boot, they usually go for Angular instead of React. For only Spring Boot, I'm talking. So yeah, I hope I answered your questions. So then, moving forward, why you should be bothered about coding? I see your question, Prakash. After a bit of this material, I will again come back to the chat. So why should you bother about coding? Like in the first place, why you have to code? Why you need to code? First thing is nowadays everyone are coding. Everyone, even eighth class student is coding. Everyone, you know, some there are some ads coming in TV like Chintu, the app developer. He developed an app in a very young age. Like that, many ads are coming. But there is a difference. Not everyone can code. For coding, yeah, White Hat Junior. That's the company. They're giving an ad saying that a small guy developed an application, but it's not that easy. Everyone thinks that coding is very simple. What is there like that? They think that coding nowadays, like coding, is a very easy task. It's a cheap thing, something like that. It is coming nowadays. If anyone can code something like that, but not at all. The way or the respect that a doctor earns for learning MBBS and all and saving lives, the same thing comes to your programming and writing your code also. The same respect has to be given to a developer, if you ask me, because there are some scenarios where if you have not written code properly, there will be risks of life. It really happened actually. Even if you take your rocket science, or if rocket science, you will be writing code for your rockets also. You can, or if you write code for your Tesla cars, your self-driving cars, even if you have missed one variable, if you have done one mistake in one variable or something, if there are bugs in your code, there will be risks of life. People may die because you have not written your code properly. It really happened, and I don't want to bring up the examples, but it really happened. If you have not written your code properly, there will be risk of lives in future. So not everyone can code, but if you're really passionate about coding, it takes time. And by using your coding skills, you can really change the world. You may think that what I'm telling and all, but really it happened. If you take Mark Zuckerberg or Google or any of the big tech companies that you have now, they relied on coding, they relied on programming, and they relied on coding. And those companies are the companies which has revolutionized the world. Not wars or nothing. The technology, the programming has revolutionized the world. The coding and the technology only brought a better equipment for your hospitals, better equipment for rockets, better equipment for cars. Everything is possible because of programming and coding. So it takes time, and you should be really passionate about coding. Only then you can be a better programmer, a good programmer. And one of the easiest jobs is also being a developer. You can just sit at your home, you can write the code, because you already learned the code. You will be just writing what you have learned. That's all, your job is done. If you take other jobs, maybe for example a mining job, people will be going inside the cave. There will be a lot of physical stress to them. But as a software developer, you'll not be taking a lot of physical stress. You'll be taking a bit of mental stress. But if you compare to others, if you compare to other professionals, like if you compare to a doctor, or if you compare to a electrical engineer or any other person, your mental stress will be a bit it's a bit stable than other people. So being a software developer comes with a lot of perks. There will be respect in the society. There will be, you know you will be having a work life balance. You will be having a work life balance. So yeah, computers were fast, and now is the right time to become a coder, because in the olden days, if you take, people used to type in a very boxed type of computers. They don't have your fancy keyboards, mouses and all. Even in olden days, people used to write programming in paper. There used to be a sheet of paper. They used to punch it in the computer. Punch it. They used to punch that paper inside the computer to get the programming output. This is really how they started. Now we are just opening our IDEs, your Visual Studio Code and all, and we're just writing the code. We are clicking on run. We are getting the output. But older days, that's not the case. They used to take a paper. They used to make holes in it, and that holes is your keys. We say 0 1 0 1s will be there, right? That is your punches. They used to send that paper to the computer. That computer used to read the punches, and then it's going to give you the output. That is how they started, our ancestors in programming. Nowadays computers are faster. You will be getting outputs in nanoseconds. There will be no time waste and all. So now is the right time to learn programming and all. It's very easy to learn also. You have your Udemy. Even though now, if you see right now, even if the weather is not good, even if it is raining, we can just connect through online and we can learn the stuff. That is how easy it became. And yeah, computers are cheap also. Computers are cheap. Even you'll be getting for 30,000 the normal standard. You'll be getting a good standard computer for 30,000 rupees. In older days, it used to take lakhs and lakhs of money just to get 4 GB RAM. There's the chat. I'll talk about this one. So that's the thing. You can buy a good computers now with very less amount. Computers can work 24 by 7. This is one more thing. You no need to be present in the company always. You can keep the code, you can run the code, and that code will run 24 by 7 for you. That code will done its job for you. You no need to be working 24 by 7. The code will do it for you. So you'll be just telling the computer what to do. That's all. Your job is done. Nothing more. So these are the things why you need to learn coding and you can start coding, but you should be really passionate about it. You should be really liking to code. It also build up your way of thinking also. Trust me, the way you think gets different when you start to learn coding. You get to see real stuff in life. So yeah, till here, anyone having any doubt, you can ask me till this moment. I hope so you will be not having anything. But yeah, still, if you have any doubt till this moment, you can ask me. This is just like a story, like a movie we are going on. Yeah, now coming back to chat that I have missed. Mm, yeah, with Prakash, right? Which is better, React or Angular? Prakash, I don't want to answer this, but there is a debate. Even today, there will be a debate in somewhere in the internet where people will be fighting that some developers will say React is better, some developers will say Angular is better. But if you ask me, both are equal. There's no difference actually. Facebook started it, then Google thought of doing it, and they have given Angular. If the concepts between both React and Angular are the same, the only thing that difference is your what is the syntax. They're like twins, if you ask me. Both are the same. White Hat Junior, yeah, that one. That my wife is still scratchy head that way. Left my job for software development. You should do your work-life balance and more. TypeScript is a language or just an advanced version of JavaScript? It is a language. There is also that is a language, and you have an extension called .ts. TS. You will be having .ts also, like how you had .js. .ts is also there. You can write a language in that, but it's not a programming language. JavaScript is considered as a programming language. TypeScript is more of an extension that comes along with your JavaScript. But if you ask a developer to name to give him some of the programming languages, he may list 100 programming languages, but in that 100 programming languages, TypeScript won't be there. No one says TypeScript is a programming language. How much critical thinking ability is needed for programming? uh how much, in the sense, I cannot exactly tell that. But if you do not have any, critical thinking ability also, when you started to code, when you started to learn programming, you will be, automatically critical thinking will be increased for you. But how much, in the sense, I cannot answer it. But if you play puzzle games, my suggestion is some of you like play puzzle games, because puzzle games increases your creative thinking and critical thinking, logical thinking also. So it helps you in learning programming faster, and it's a proven thing. You play some games, play some puzzle games in your phone play store. We have a lot of puzzle games. Play them, you'll feel fun, and you'll also increase your way of thinking. Can you suggest some? Hmm, some like I played some and I'm not remembering right now. I have to open Play Store again. Now again I have to open Play Store for you. It takes time. But yeah, if possible, I'll message you in LinkedIn. If anyone wants to play puzzle games and all, you can message me in LinkedIn. I'll suggest you some. I can just can't see Play Store now and I can tell you. But yeah, there will be some. So yeah, till here everyone clear, right? Till this moment. Yes. So yeah, what is programming language? Again, I don't need to tell you what is a programming language. Programming language is a set of, it is nothing but a set of instructions that we give to a computer so that the computer performs some tasks for us. And that instructions that we give is nothing but a programming. That's nothing more than that. And we have a lot of programming languages like Python, C, C++, Java, JavaScript, and go on. The list goes on. And why should you learn computer programming? Again, the same thing, but let us go through some of them. Programming is fun. You can code anything you want. Yeah, yeah, I see that. I'm not alone. That's why I see the chat. So yeah, programming is fun. By using programming, you can do a lot of stuff. If you feel bored, you can develop an app. If you feel bored, you can develop a game for you. And I'm not telling a story now. This is a real thing. In When I stayed in hostel, I felt very bored because we don't have outside access. We are not allowed to go out from the hostel. So I stayed inside the hostel, and there is no internet access also for us. So out of that boringness, out of that curiosity, I have developed an Android game also. When you feel bored, develop your own game, play your game. That's all. You can do that. There is For building games, there is something called Unity. If anyone are so interested in building games and all, you can check Unity. There's something called Unity 3D. You can build games in it, and it is possible. It is easy. And also there is another website. You asked me about this thing also, right? How to learn programming while playing games and all. This is one of the website application actually. Scratch. The name itself is Scratch. It is actually developed for kids. MIT. It was developed by MIT. It was actually developed for kids. But many developers who wanted to learn programming or who wanted to increase their critical thinking and all, they use Scratch. Even I have seen 30 plus years people, they use Scratch sometimes to play games for fun and to learn programming. Here you have to use if conditions for loops and all, and you need to write the code. That code will be converted to a game. That code, whatever the code that you write, that code will be converted to a game. How cool it is. So Scratch can be used for parents and for educators. You can have a look at it. You can create your own games. And while coding, you have to write code. That code will be converted. I'll keep this link in the chat also. And even I have created some of the augmented reality games using the Scratch application only. We can create augmented reality games, like your camera will be on. We call motion sensor games. Your camera will be on, and while you move to the right side in your real life, the character in the game also moves to the right side. If you move to the left side, the character moves to the left side. You can control the character by your own actions, and that is possible by using Scratch. It is easy to develop. So yeah, programming is fun. Whatever you want, you can just create it out of nothing. By just writing code, you can create it. And the backbone of any technology company, if any technology company if you take Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Facebook and all, All companies, their base is programming. If their programming is weak, the company falls apart. So it's for every technological company, the backbone is programming. And yeah, pretty good salary. If you talk about salary, programmers are, oh my god, they earn hell a lot of money. If you go to Silicon Valley, if you're a good programmer, go to Silicon Valley. That's it. You can buy a small a small city in India. If you go to Silicon Valley, and maybe in 10 years, if you were there, you can just buy a small city there. You can earn nearly millions and billions a year. So yeah, pretty good salary. You will be having a pretty good salary. But you need to be a good developer. You need to be a good developer. There are a lot of developers in the world, but the only thing that's going to differentiate you is to become a good developer. So yeah, what is programming used for? Even this is a real story. This is a real thing. Some of the top programmers you see, like top programmers, I'm talking about top programmers in the entire world. In the entire world, I'm talking about the top programmers. If you want, go and check in the internet, also read articles. Top programmers, what they do, they code at like till 40 to 50. They'll be earning some millions of money, and they'll be buying islands. This is not a fake story that I'm telling you. They'll be buying islands. There will be islands where you can buy them. Actually, you can buy an island and you can move there, and whatever you do in that island, no one has that authority to question you, because whatever the federal laws that we have, that is only for the country that you stay in. If you move to an island, no government has the right to question you there. So usually what top programmers do is cook meth. No, they're not going to do that kind of stuff. Usually there is a meme also. Top programmers, after reaching to some extent, after earning some money, they take rest, and they try to love nature at that time. They buy islands and they move there. They do some farming. Really, it's not a joke. They starting to do farming, or they just live peacefully there. That's all, because their mind habituates to being alone, habituates to be that kind of thing. So it happened. I read somewhere in an article. Sundaram is having something. Maybe you have seen Breaking Bad, Sundaram. So yeah, what is programming used for? Again, I'm telling, programming used to change the world. You can solve a lot of world problems. You can build websites. You can connect people. You can minimize the supply chain management, your e-commerce. And yeah, pretty much everything you can think of, you can do using programming. And below the list of the programs that they are mostly commonly used for, C is used for developing software operating systems and databases. That is your traditional programming language. Python, it is used for building websites, and software programming, performing data analysis. Actually, no one build websites nowadays. Performing data analysis is the right thing. Performing data analysis. For HTML, for web pages. Ruby on Rails, again the same thing, used for developing websites and performing data analysis. C++ for creating, developing games, your games. Website to practical practice to HTML CSS. I'll give you, Aditya, to practice HTML CSS. I'll give it. So yeah, that is your C++. C Sharp also desktop applications and web services. This is also called Scala, data engineering. Perl, text manipulation. PHP, again your databases. SQL database. JavaScript, cross platform. Your web pages, front and back end, everything. Swift, Apple. Swift is for Apple. Your Objective C is also for Apple products. Yeah, Objective C is also pro Apple only. In Android, I have never seen Objective C. Yeah, Swift and Objective C are this thing for Apple. Why SQL is a programming language as a query language? Yeah, SQL they shouldn't have mentioned here. Yeah, but you're right. You're right, Jason. Even I thought, when I was reading this, when I came to SQL, even I thought the same thing. In I thought it inside, you said it outside. But yeah, SQL is a scripting language. It's not exactly a programming language. So yeah, till here, anyone having any doubt, you can ask me till this moment. Anmol is saying something like matrimonial ad goes viral for creating commenting software engineers do not call. I've seen it. So that is how it became. Everyone, like if you see in India, what is happening is like, I wanted to share a small thing. I'm staying in US. You all know that, right? So the difference that I've seen in India and in US is like in India, after doing your intermediate, when if you any one of you want to do engineering, obviously, all of our parents nowadays they will say that after intermediate do engineering only. After you'll in engineering also they will specifically say you to do computer science engineering. Many in many households and many parents they insist the same thing. After 10th class do intermediate, after intermediate get into btech, and in the btech do computer science, do a job, continue your life like that. That's all. That is how your life should be there. They have standardized the things. Like our parents neighbors, everyone has standardized our lives in India. That is what I think. They said that after doing 10th do intermediate, do btech, after in btech do computer science, do a job, get married, children, marry them. That's all. Oh, it's just a life that they have standardized for us. But in US things are different here. And why I'm saying is like in India, since everyone are saying to do computer science, everyone, even the student does not like computer science. Also, even I have my own friends, they don't like coding. I'll trust me, they really hate coding, but they have computer science degree with them. If you think of it in a broader perspective, that degree is waste. Actually, they have wasted their 4 years of life for doing something that they have not liked, and they're doing nothing out of it. So everyone wanted to do computer science. There are a lot of programmers coming out from colleges, but not everyone can code better. So the value given to programming, the value given to software jobs, the value given to the respect given to a developer is reducing nowadays. Whenever you introduce yourself that I'm a software engineer, they simply say that, oh, okay, software, they'll just say like that. That is how software industry has become now. Whenever you say, like, even I faced this when someone asked me, when I say that I'm a software engineer. Oh, software, they just say like that. So it just become a normal thing now. But if you think of a US scenario now, if you think of the country US, here what is happening is no one is gonna tell you what to read and what to do. There are people here who are doing psychological studies. There is an actually course for that, and there is a really getting popular here. Psychological studies, climate change studies, environmental science, life sciences. Here these kind of studies, when you do it in India, they'll look at you like a very cheap, like they'll give you a look, that kind of thing. Here, if you do a life science, if you do a psychological study, you will be having a greater value here, because here people respect for your studies rather than whether it has value or not. They won't check that. If you are doing what you liked here, people usually give respect for that. Here that is how things happen. And here there are not of that many programmers here in US. There are very few, because only programmers that are available in US are Indians. Only Indians come to US and they do programming here. I have never seen a white guy doing programming in my class. There is no white guy here in US. All the people who are doing computer science are your Indians only. So the number of people who are coming out from colleges as programmers is less here. So when here, if you say that you're a programmer, oh, you're a programmer, they'll say like that in here. But here, there also, in India also the same thing, but in reverse it is happening. There are a lot of programmers but the people who can really code are really less in India. But here, the programmers are less. The people who can really code are also less in US. I'm sorry, I was saying something else. But these are the things you should know, because we are a kind of generation where if our thought process changes, right, the next generation would be better. So yeah, next is your pseudo code. Wait, there is a thing like software engineer term is cool for fool rather than front end developer, back end developer, etc. Yeah, yeah. That's why, like, whenever people ask me, I say that I'm a full stack developer rather than a software developer. Because when I say full stack developer, they don't know what is a full stack means. So they say, "Oh, full stack." They'll say something like that. But if I say software developer, software, they'll say like this. In US, the things are different here. In US, if you say software developer, suddenly the way they look at you differs. They give you a lot of respect here when you say that you're a software developer. The way they respect a doctor, the same respect is given to you. So even you also, when in India, whenever anyone asks you, say that you're a full stack developer. So yeah, and the next thing is pseudocode. Pseudocode is nothing but literally means a fake code. It's just a fake code. It's not the exact code. It's just no. It's you'll be writing code, but you no need to follow the syntaxes. You no need to keep brackets, semicolon. You no need to do all that stuff. It's a very informal way of writing your code. It's a very informal way of writing your code, and your pseudocode should be easily understood by humans. It should be easily understood by other people. Your programming, it may sometimes may be understood by other human, it may not. But here, if you are writing pseudocode has to be understood by a human. That is how you should write, and you no need to write open curly braces, write this console.log, close the semicolon. No need to do it. No need to do that and all. You can write however you want. However you want, you can write your pseudocode. Because pseudocode is just like your planning phase. It's just like your planning phase. You'll be planning and you'll be executing. Mm. And yeah, pseudocode does not have any programming language, and this is a doubt one of the students asked me in LinkedIn once. Pseudocode does not have any programming language. You can just write it in plain English. Your pseudocode can be in plain English. Mm. This is all the same thing here. What they're saying is like, for example, in your python, if you want to print something, you'll be using print. You'll be using print as your function. But as in your java, if you want to print something, you'll be using system.out.println. You'll be using system.out.println. So, but in your pseudocode, that is the reason pseudocode does not follow any programming language. Pseudocode can be written in any programming language you like, in anything. If you just write print this, it is enough. Pseudocode you will not be executing, you will be not be writing in your IDEs and all. You will be just writing it in your paper. Mm, there is a chat popping. इधर टू गाली छोड़ के एक प्रोग्राम हाँ हाँ टू गली छोड़ के for every two gully there is a programmer. Nowadays in every house there is a programmer. So yeah, difference between algorithm and pseudocode. First pseudocode, if you kept on refining your pseudocode, comes your algorithm. If you come, if you keep on refining your algorithm, comes your coding. First, when you're starting your initial phase, when you take a pen and when you start writing on a paper, you'll be writing your pseudocode. And when you keep on analyzing it, doing changes and all, you can write your algorithm. Or else some people, they start with algorithm is nothing, right? Writing like this, let me show you. List update, acha, this one I'm fixing something, that is what that is. So yeah, algorithm, your algorithms look something like this. This is like writing in plain English. Create a variable and assign a value to it, or else create a variable called maybe Monesh and assign a number to value to it. This is an algorithm. This is an algorithm. Okay. Your pseudocode looks like this. That's all. This is your pseudocode. This is your algorithm. You understood the difference, right? Algorithm is more like writing in plain English. It's like writing a story. Your The code you will be writing as a story. Create a variable, then add that variable to another variable, then create this, create that. But in pseudocode, you can just write what Monish to next a equal to 3, b is 6, then I'll do a plus b, I'll print this like that. You can just keep on writing like this. This is a pseudocode. This is an algorithm. They have given any example. Yeah, if you see here, this is a pseudocode. I'll show you. I'll come down. I'll show you in that. So yeah, and the purpose of writing this pseudocode is to, first of all, we will be writing it to plan. In the planning phase, we'll be writing a pseudocode to execute the right code afterwards. And there is no syntax. There is no pre pseudocode syntax and all. You can write however you want, but we do follow some of the standards, that small basic rules and standards I'll be telling you. We should write only one statement per line. Per line, if you take this, only one line, one statement, one line. That's all. You cannot write numeric num1, num2, nsum and display, enter the first term. You should not write like that. Only one statement per line. Write what you mean, not how to program it. You need to write, for example, if you say accept nnum, do you think any programming language, if you write accept nnum1, will it work? It won't work, right? In any programming language, it won't work. Accept nnum1, it's nothing. There is no syntax like that. So, but we will understand. When you say accept num1, okay, is taking input from the user. We will understand. Humans will understand. So you need to write like that. Give proper indentation. Indentation is needed. Indentation in the sense this space, this left side space, that is indentation. And you should make the program as simple as possible. As simple as possible, you write it. Do not complicate the things. Condition loops also can be specified. Like if you are using if for loop, you can just write if this one happens for this much time. You can write like that. So the thing that you're seeing on the screen right now, where there is a chat popping up. Sir, I have this habit of making notes. Sometimes writing codes to notebook becomes time consuming. Should I prefer? Yes, prefer pseudocode. Pseudocode is very time saving. Your algorithm takes a lot of time. It's time consuming. Pseudocode, it takes very less time. So yeah, your pseudocode, usually you will be starting with begin. You'll always write begin on the top because you will be knowing where where your where your program starts. So always start with begin. Write whatever you want in here, and at the end always keep an end. Always you should start with begin, and at the end you should keep an end, because when you're writing two or three pseudocodes in a one page, you will not get confused which one is starting. When you write begin and end, you will be knowing, okay, begin, this is the first one, again this is the second one, this is the third one. You will be able to differentiate the things. So always start with begin and end with end. And here in between, for example, if you take uh, this is the sum of two numbers. It they are taking n num1, n num2, n sum. This is initialization, displaying the first number, accepting it, displaying the second number, accepting it, computing the two numbers, displaying the n sum. That's all. It is easy to understand. You can write like this, or you can write like this also. Again, I'm saying there is no right way to write a pseudocode. However you want, you write it, but always start with begin, always end with an end. So, just for a fun exercise, write a pseudocode. What is this pseudocode for? Find the largest of two numbers. Huh? Uh, what pseudocode you will write? Mm, Actually, I thought of giving largest of two numbers. It's already here. Mm, any ideas? Like I want to give you a question to write a pseudocode. so that you can type a pseudocode and you can keep it. Any ideas? Any small programming that you can think of? That just is over, right? Write a program, sorry, write a pseudocode where the given number, it will check the given number is positive or negative. Write a pseudocode and send me in the chat. It's an exercise. Everyone do it. In the chat, write a pseudocode for me where you will be taking an input. You will be checking if that input is positive number. You will be taking a number input. You will be checking if it is a positive number or a negative number. You will be displaying if it is a positive or a negative. Do it. Do that pseudocode. I'll give you some time. Write the pseudocode in the chat and put it in the chat. Everyone, do it. This is how a pseudocode looks like. And also you have the if statement here itself, if and else. Yeah, do it now. Uh, Jason is asking to repeat. So yeah, for Jason and Kusar, you understood what is a pseudocode, right? Pseudocode is like we can write whatever we want. Means regarding the programming, it starts with a begin and it ends with an end, and in the middle, if you see, I'll be giving an input, and in that input they have to say if it is a positive number or negative number. I begin and they have ended with an end. Yeah, sure. You also have to end with an end. The pseudocode starts with an begin and it ends with an end. And in the middle, you can write whatever you want. That program, that whatever you write should be understood by you and it should be understood by me. That's all. Anything you write, it is okay. Anything. For example, Yash is correct, Ishwar is correct, display positive, that is correct. Rosins is correct. Oh, Ishwar, is my voice breaking? Same here. I think it's an internet problem. Yeah, Tapas is also correct. Sundaram is correct. It is okay now, right? My voice, or if it is breaking, I'll try to connect again. Anmol is connected. Yeah, just like start, you can write anything. However, you want to display your thing, you can write. Oh, still it is breaking. One second. Uh, it's breaking. Yeah, I understand. It's also a bit. Wait. I think it's charging problem or something. Let me keep charging from charge. 1 second, I'm doing a test. So, is it okay now? Are you able to hear me now, or it's still the same problem? You're able to hear me now. Now you're able to hear me, right? Okay. So, so yeah. Till here, anyone having any doubt, you can ask me. Have you all understood what is a pseudocode? Pseudocode is nothing but another tab. Yeah, it is coming, right? Yeah, it's coming. Yes, suddenly I got a message something. So till here, anyone have any doubt? You can ask me. And yes, pseudocode is nothing but it starts with the begin and it ends with an end, and in the middle you can write your normal planning of the code. I'm looking at the chat. If you have any doubt, you can ask me regarding pseudocode or anything till here, till this moment. If no doubts, then yeah, we'll move forward. Types of programming languages. We have a lot of types of programming languages. You have cross-platform programming languages. You have multiple platform programming languages. You have procedure programming language. You have functional programming language, object-oriented programming languages, scripting programming languages, logical programming languages. So just like that, your procedure is nothing but where you will be executing your code line by line. Your Python, if you say your Python, it will be executing line by line. Wait, there is a question coming. Is there flowchart kind of pseudocodes? And yeah, there is also flowchart. Are there flowcharts here in the thing? Let me check. I think so. Not there. I've checked this material before. Yeah, flowcharts is not given here, but I'll just give you a small glimpse of flowchart. Flowcharts look like this. Pseudocode is where you will be writing like down like that, right? Flowchart is diagrams. Programming diagrams. This is how a flowchart looks like. This is how a typical flowchart looks like. Landing screen, if you log in, profile, register account, login error. Then send temporary password, email. It's just a flow, the computer coding flow. It is a flow. Lamp doesn't work. Like log to base to, I did not exactly got the reference, but yeah, I think so. For example, lamp does not work. Is lamp plugged in? If it is no, plug in lamp. If yes, bulb burned out. If yes, replace bulb. If no, repair lamp. Like that, it's just a flow chart. It's just a order of things. Any other thing? If you see here, start I equal to 1. Output of I is 39. No, if I is not equal to 39, then I plus 1 or I is 61. You will not be able to get this code. It just keep on doing like that. It's just a normal programming in a flow chart. It's just a flow chart. Let me check that website once more. I opening it. I heard this, but I'm not able to remember it. Log to base 2. It's opening up. World's first visual learning platform. It is still loading for me. Oh, learning through visualization. That's nice. Our friend Anmol has shared a website called Log to Base 2. Please do check it once. I think it's worth it. It's worth to check it once to check it. So yeah, that is your flow charts. So coming back, your procedure programming languages where your execution will be line by line. Next is your functional programming languages where you will be most of the time avoiding your loops and your loops, and you'll be writing recursive functions for it. You'll be writing a lot of recursive functions rather than using your for loops and all. That is your functional programming language. These are all styles of programming languages. Next is your object oriented programming language. I don't need to talk about it. Your OOPS concepts, using your OOPS concepts. Scripting programming language is nothing but your this one, TypeScript and all. Mm, and in type, mostly in scripting programming languages, what we say, it's like a mixture of procedural and object oriented, but it does not exactly fall into that category. Next is your logic programming languages. That is your normal programming language, your C and all. So these are your programming languages. So yeah, let us see now the difference between different programming languages. Again, I've covered this already. If you talk about C++, it is the fastest one. It is using object OOPS concepts, and yeah, it is used mainly used for your gaming. And if you want to run your code faster, you'll be using C++. C language is like your basic and primary language of any programming. People usually start from C language. It is very basic and it is a very popular language. And Java is everything. You can develop games, you can develop applications. Uh, Before JavaScript, Java used to be the king. Before JavaScript, after JavaScript came, Java got into secondary place, and JavaScript has gone to the first place. We can do anything with Java. Your PHP is only used for your HTTPS database managing and all backend stuff. So yeah, that is your different programming languages and their uses. Till here, anyone having any doubt, you can ask me. Till this moment, till this moment, before here, anyone having any doubt, you can once check it and ask me. Now we will be covering our actual programming language, Java. Can someone share that? Yeah, I will only share, Soro. Yeah, I'm keeping in the chat. So yeah, introduction to your Java. Yeah, thank you, sir. Introduction to your Java and your how will be set up in your development environment and all. I'll tell you. So Java is a programming language. It's a small basic thing. It is a high level in the sense even humans can understand it. It is robust. It's having many capabilities, object oriented and secure. It is having a lot of security. So Java, they have developed it. James Gosling, he is the guy who have contributed a lot to Java. Then it was changed to Java. James Gosling and his team later changed it to Java, but before the name was OAK. Oh, voice is breaking again. Why this is happening today? Now better? Is it now better? Are you able to see my screen also? Like in the secondary monitor, I cannot see the screen. Is my voice breaking? You're able to see, right? But I cannot see the screen. Choose the application tab or else using this. Okay, Airmeet got updated. One second. Where is applications tab? Okay, but anyways, you are able to see the screen, right? That is okay for me. Now I what happened is like your airmeet website is there, right, where we all got connected. While this class is happening, they have run an update on their website and the website got updated. I can see it here because it's saying it just got a blink of refresh and it said choose an application tab while sharing the screen to presented content and all. Before it was not there. It just refreshed and that new thing came now. They have run the pipeline and the pipeline worked out. They have merged it. So that there was a small gap for us. So the screen is visible, but for me it's not visible, but it is okay. So yeah, application. Uh, in the chat, Jashan is saying like from school time I used to see 3 billion devices run Java and still save. Yeah, now the count will increase, but they are not increasing it. So yeah, again the same story. It's more than 3 billion. It may be like billions of devices now because mostly all the devices use Java. So there are many devices currently running on Java. You have desktop application, web application, enterprise applications, mobile embedded systems. Embedded systems in the sense your smart watches, your smart fridges, and all. smart cards. Smart card in the sense your ID. We use IDs for just if you tap on something, we can enter into the building. That is your smart cards, robotics, games, etc. So types of applications, you have specifically four types of applications you can take. One is your standalone application. Standalone application is nothing but applications that run only in your device. For example, if you take VLC media player, or if you take any antivirus softwares, those softwares run only in your device. They're there for your computers. You cannot bring that to a you cannot bring that same software to a mobile. You need to do some changes for it. So those are standalone applications. They are fixed for a device, a particular thing. Web application in the sense the applications that we put in internet, that is web application. Enterprise applications in the sense your ATM softwares, your banking softwares. These are your enterprise application. They need high level security. Next is mobile application. Mobile application is apps and applications that you use in your normal mobile. So yeah, now till here, anyone having any doubt, you can ask me till this moment, because now we'll start to set up your machine to support Java and all. Till here, anyone having any doubt, you can ask me till this moment. Till this moment, any doubts? Is it clear, right? Till here. Yes. Okay, that's good then. So yeah, let us now set up your Java in Windows. You need to install something called JDK. You need to install something called JDK. I'll show you. JDK download. So yeah, you need something called JDK, Java Downloads Oracle, and I prefer to use Java 1.8. But is there anything that I have given? AlmaBetter has given. The JDK includes the compiler and everything looks fine, right? Check the Java is installed. Okay. So yeah, you can use any version of JDK. Yeah, you can install this one. Take. I'm giving you the link. In this link, don't download Java 19, because I don't know what are the issues they have in Java 19. For now, download Java 17. I'll check and tell you. Then you can download Java 9. For now, go for Java 17. In 17, download the x64 installer, or else I'll directly give you this link. That will be more helpful. Uh, oh, you already have Java 19. Then, if you already have it, no need to worry. Java 19 is also good, but Java 17, I have personally checked everything. I have seen what they have implemented, what are not, and all. Java 19 is a very new thing, so I have not checked it yet. But yeah, okay, if you have Java 19, use Java 19 only. Do not change it to Java 17. If you are installing new one, download Java 17. How to check the version of Java? For checking the version of Java, go to CMD. Here, go to CMD. In the CMD, type Java dash version. Java dash version. Currently, I don't have Java because this is not my work laptop. This is type Java dash version, and you'll be getting your version. Even I have to download it along with you, because even I don't have Java in my system now. Yeah, see Java dash version. Let me also download in front of you 64 installer. Yeah, Java 18 also not a problem. If any Java version is fine. If you already have Java, it's well and good. If you don't have, then we'll use this. My net is very slow. For now, I'm pausing it, but you all download it. Download it and let me know. Download this and install it. You know how to install, right? You'll be just clicking on it. You'll be clicking on next, yeah, and close. That's all. It will be installed. Download it and install it. Then I'll let you know. Java version 1.8.00. Looks like I have version 1. No, no, no. 1.8 means 18. It's a kind that kind of thing. Yeah, 1.8 is fine. Java 1.8 is it is very famous actually. Yeah. Oh, you have Linux. Linux, I think so. You need to use Linux, and in Linux, you'll be having Debian packages, right? You know how to install Debian? I think you can get the deb, and from the deb you can install it. 70 is enough, right? Yeah, 17 is enough. Download the installer one, Jashan. For Linux, you download the deb version and you can easily get it. So after downloading this and installing it, let me know. uh, we need to add some variables in environment variables. I'll tell you how to do that. Download this. I know it is 152 MB. It takes time. Download it and install it. Where is dev version? What is dev version, Sundaram? I didn't get you. I said a deb version. Deb for Linux. This is for Linux users, not Windows. Linux users. You can download deb version and you can install that. And for Mac OS, anyone using Mac OS, you can use Mac OS. DMG installers, yeah, you can use DMG installer. For Mac, you can download this X64 DMG installer. In Macs, there will be two types, right? One is ARM and one is X64. I don't know which device you are using, but you can use either one of them. I think go for X64. X64 DMG installer. Uh, no, Vivek. VS Code is not that good for Java, and also will be not downloading Eclipse. We'll be using IntelliJ. It is like how Visual Studio Code is for JavaScript. For Java, we have IntelliJ. IntelliJ. Even in my companies, I have used IntelliJ. IntelliJ is very good for Java. It handles Java very well. So we are gonna download this also. After Java installation and Java working, I'll tell you how to download this. We'll be using IntelliJ. And IntelliJ, there are two things. In IntelliJ, you have a paid one and you have a community version. Community version is for free. A paid one, you need to obviously pay for it. But if you have a student email ID and if you have a GitHub student pack, you no need to pay for it. It is free. And if you don't have a student email ID, just go for community. Both works fine. Yeah, after installing Java, let me know, please. We'll continue. So in the meantime, if any one of you downloaded Java, I will give you the link to download community version of IntelliJ. Download that also. This is the community version and which is for free.
అలా చేసుకుంటా.
The link. So yeah, download your Java and your IntelliJ community and let me know. We'll continue forward. 600 MB IntelliJ. Then wait. I understand because it takes a time. But how should I tell you the installation without you showing that? Or else you wait, don't download IntelliJ. Download Java and let me know. Download and install Java. Let me know. IntelliJ, if your net is not that fast, leave it. IntelliJ will download afterwards. But install Java and let me know. After installing, do Java version in your CMD. Type Java version in your CMD and see that if it is coming or not. IntelliJ is also done, right? Then that's good. Everyone, install Java, type Java dash version in your CMD, and IntelliJ is also installed. That's good. Do Java version, see that Java is working for everyone. Everyone do it. And also, if after installing also if the Java version is not working, follow these steps. Go to environment variables. In here, it will be there. In here, type environment variables like this, and then the environment variables, click on new, add the path, type Java home, type that where you have installed the GDK, give that path, click on OK. That's all, it will be working for you. Everyone do this. And there is a chat popping up like, is IntelliJ like just like VS Code? Yeah, IntelliJ is like VS Code only. VS Code is for JavaScript, like how we have used VS Code for JavaScript. IntelliJ is the same for Java. IntelliJ also has extensions. IntelliJ also has everything. It's just like VS Code. I really like IntelliJ for Java. Whenever I want to do some programming in Java, even if my company tells me to use Eclipse, I will argue with them and I'll use IntelliJ. That is how much I like IntelliJ. More than Eclipse, I like IntelliJ. How to install IntelliJ once downloaded? How, if you have installed IntelliJ, sorry, if you have downloaded IntelliJ, then just open it, click on next, uh, just click on add bin folder to path and click on IntelliJ idea community edition, click on next, click on reboot now, or don't reboot now, click on I want to manually reboot later, and click on finish. That's all. Your IntelliJ will be opened. Setting up environment variables is necessary. Yeah, it is necessary, Rushbesh. Sometimes Java will automatically get detected. If it is not detected, your environment variables is the thing that will gonna help you. So yeah, it is needed. Environment variables are needed. Everyone, yeah, do it. Try this all and let me know. If anyone facing any issue, let me know. I will see that if you have a Kahoot or anything like that. I think so. For this, there will be no Kahoot. Yeah, I think so. It won't be there. If it is there in the next class, we will do both the scout and the next class scout. Yeah, take time. Not a problem, Sundaram. I understand. If it is taking time, also not a problem. I'll wait. But once it's done, if you're facing any trouble, let me know. I'll be here. Yeah, yeah. It is 600 MB, but anyways, you will be using it, right? So yeah, you should download it. Even if it is 600 MB, you should download it. If it is taking time, maybe like if the class is over, also no problem. You install it tomorrow, and you see if you have any problem, let me know in the LinkedIn and anywhere. I'll help you back. This is a chat popping off. After running IntelliJ, my system is hanging. Yeah, like maybe it takes a higher RAM. Maybe that's the reason, Aditya. Because we are in the meeting and also we are using IntelliJ for the first time, right? It takes a lot of components. Maybe that's why your system is hanging. But it will work fine. Once you restart the system, it will work fine. Yeah, reboot is required. After the class, you do a reboot. It would be good. So it's done, right? Are anyone facing any trouble? If anyone facing any trouble while installing Java, check it with Java version. And yeah, if anyone having any doubt, I will be here. You can ask me. And anyone of you already installed IntelliJ, you can just create a new project. Click on new project, give some name to it, just click on next, follow the steps, that is enough. Project name, finish, and yeah, your project will be created. Vivek, you need to have only one version of JDK. Any version would be fine. Any one version is enough. You don't need to download different versions. One JDK version is enough. So yeah, for everyone it is working, right? Then, and again, I'm just like answering again. Any one version of Java is enough. Okay, now I understood your question, Vivek. So there is a thing like that because, for example, if in my company, if you take the previous company that I worked on, they insist to use Java 1.8 because the some of the features will change when you change when your version is getting changed. Maybe the, for example, if you take mm, you will be writing code in Java 1.8 and suddenly you have removed Java 1.8 and you have installed Java 17. Some features may not work for you. It happens because when the when the Java version is getting updated, some features will be added, some features will be removed from the Java. So to make it consistent, they usually stick with one version. For example, if now all of us are starting with Java 17, you have Java 18 or 19, it is okay, nothing wrong. So when we're starting with Java 17, suddenly you should not use Java 5 or Java 6. We have to stick with the version that are near to it because future differences will be coming in the future. That is the reason in Java Oracle you have the what is the option called Java 19 and Java 17. Java 19 is for the people who are installing new. I mean, they are using Java for the first time, and Java 17 is for the developers who are already working on Java 17. We have also other versions. I think here somewhere. Mm, we will be having a version to download any version of Java. Somewhere it is there. Here. You can download any version of Java that you like. So yeah, I hope all of you have installed and running your IntelliJ. So that is your class. In conclusion, we have went through all the basics of programming and completed your Java setup. And I know that not all of you would have completed your setup. Some of you would have are still in the process. But if you have any doubt, please do reach out to me in LinkedIn. Do not hesitate. So let us go through some of the interview questions. Please explain an algorithm. What are some of its important features? An algorithm, again, I'm just telling it is a set of steps or instructions that we give to computers to make them perform some tasks. That's all. That is your algorithm. And explain low level and high level programming languages. Low level means machine learning code, machine code. Your assembly language, machine language are called low level. Low level in the sense humans can't understand it. Humans can't understand that language. High level means both computer can understand and humans can understand. That is high level programming language. Your Java, Python, C++, C, JavaScript are your high level programming languages. Low level programming languages in the sense humans can't understand it, only machines can understand it. Like example, assembly language and machine language. So yeah, that's it for today's session then. If you have any doubts regarding the complete session, you can ask me. And I still know that setup is not yet completed for few of you. Not a problem. Take time. Tomorrow, maybe complete it. And if you have any doubts, reach out to me. So yeah, have good dinner. Take good sleep. Do not stay late up night and do this setup and all. How long will be having JavaScript? That also is sure. I don't know exactly because I've not seen the complete course structure and all. I will have a look at it and I'll tell you. I can answer all these questions after having a look at course structure. I have not seen it yet. So yeah, that then Shulab, you can take it from here. I'll be leaving. Good night, everyone. Love you. Bye bye. Shulab, you can take it from here. Shulab, I'll be leaving. Is it me or I think I cannot hear you, Shulab. All of you can hear Shulab's voice, right?
Hello, hello, hello. Am I audible? Hello,
Yeah, some of you
Manish.
can hear.
Am
Yeah.
I audible?
Then yeah, leaving. Then you guys carry on. Thank you. Then love you. Bye.
Okay, bye, Manish. Okay, great, guys. So there isn't any assignment for this session. So yes, and but there is an announcement. So I'll just share my screen. Okay, just give me 5 minutes. That announcement, then you guys can fill the feedback form, and our session will be over. Okay. So this is the announcement. There is a workshop, and Soumya will be there to take that workshop on 15th October at 11 a.m. Okay, it will be on these topics: cloud computing, AWS. Okay, computing on AWS. So I can provide the link as well in the chats. You can save it, and I'll ask you to attend it as well. Okay, it will be a really interactive and informative session. So did you guys get the link? So okay, save it, guys. And I guess this is it for the session. Please fill the feedback form on your way out, and if you have any other doubt, just let me know. If not, then we'll be ending this session. Yeah, okay. This there is front end completed for you guys. Have I shared anything about AngelList or something with you guys? Which batch is this? Raptor, na? Yes. Okay, so there is an information that I was sharing with every batch according to the class that I get. So I think I haven't got any classes with you guys. So I wanted to share with you, actually with every batch, about something, a platform called AngelList. And since you guys have completed front end development, I would ask you guys to make your account on that as well. I'll let me just log in and then I'll share my screen. So I know that some of you guys might be looking out for job from right on after you have completed your front end development. So this is a really great platform. It's called AngelList, and this is the information that I was sharing with every batch. So please make your account on this website. The response rate is really good. Even I got my first job from here, and mostly the jobs that are posted here are from startups. So you can see, I can like, let me just lower the experience. For 1 year of experience, these startups are like paying 3 to 12 even LPA for full stack developers, for one stack developer 3 to 7 LPA. 1 year of experience, 10 to 30 lakh in Bangalore front end engineer, and this 1 year of experience. So your skill matters in this platform, and these are startups, so they are looking out for like young talents as well. Okay, so I would ask you guys to make your account in here and make it detailed. Let me just show you mine. This is mine, and I have filled it completely, like every part of it. Profile is completed. I have uploaded my resume as well, preferences, and even culture. Everything you have to like make your complete profile. Okay, and this is a really great platform. See, in the response rate which I was talking about is so good. You will apply for 10, and you will be shortlisted for at least 4 to 6 if you have a good resume. That is something which is required. Okay, so like I know that a lot of people are already started looking out for job, and they'll be looking for a platform like naukri.com or LinkedIn, but the response rate is not that good. I've myself used these platform, and response rate is not that good. So I'll ask, if you are looking, Angelus is one of a great platform, and Hirect and Hirest, InstaHire, these are also great. But by far, the Angelus is my favorite one. Yeah, yeah. Welcome, Abhinav. Will I help build our resume? They, yes, they will. I think in Alma X there is uh, like a course of building resume, a part of it. Okay, But if you guys want to build a good resume, then there is another website called Overleaf. I made my resume from here only. Your account is safe. Yes, that is correct. See, so what you have to do, I hope my screen is shared great. So this is the platform Overleaf. You make your resume with coding. There is language called latex, which is used for making documentation. So you see, my whole resume is based on just coding. And if I want to like change experience, I'll just double click on experience. I'll get this here, and I'll change it to uh, Alma better. Okay, I'll recompile it, and this is Alma better here. Okay, I can change everything. So I just undo it. So you can find this template from here only. In just go to Overleaf. Yeah, home. Yeah, template. Sorry. So from templates, you can go to resume and CVs, and you can get a lot of template here. Pick any of these templates and start editing. Okay, and you see, most of the time, what happens? Have I? Okay, let me just share overleaf.com. Okay, most of the time what happens, you make your resumes on wordpad or any of these websites. They either charge you money, or if you make on your it on word, then you won't be able to maintain the space or standards of spacing and font and typography every part of your resume. So like that's where overleaves comes in. They'll help you a lot with that. Okay, the spacing between words and lines will be constant, so your resume look flawless. So I hope this two things are the most important ones I want to share with you guys. One is AngelList for looking out jobs, and it's a really great platform for that. For your resumes, you can go to Overleaf, and yes, you make your resumes, they'll look good. If I have 1 year experience in different domain, now I want to make my career in web development, what experience should I need to put in my resume? uh, Ashwar, what happens is, if you have a 1 year of experience in another field, so you can mention it in your resume. But if you're applying for a job which is in a different like a field, then you have to make your resume strong according to that job profile. One resume doesn't fits all. That is one thing that I have learned. So I would ask you, just mention it, your previous job or whatever you learned from there. Just mention it, but in a whole in a small space. Like if I show my resume account. So if you see, even I don't even have a lot of experience. It's only of 1.5 year actually, like the industrial experience. So you see, I still mention my own projects. This is the one project which I have done during freelancing, and this is these two are my own projects. This is done by freelancing, and this is my job experience. So what you can do, while mentioning in your resume your about your previous job, you can mention it in just this section, this small section. Apart from that, you have to like mention your own projects which you have worked on. And believe me, startups and the company which have good culture, they look out for people who work on their own projects and they have skills to work on their own projects alone. Okay, like I was selected because of my project streamy. They people really liked it when I was like showing them what I did in my in this project and how I did it. So yes, startup look out for that kind of skill and that kind of passion. So I hope that clears your question, Ishwar. You can mention your own learnings and the projects in your resume, and that won't be a problem. You can mention them in your resumes. So I guess this is it. Is there any other question, guys? So I guess not. So this is goodbye, guys. Good night. I'll be ending the session. I hope you liked it.